Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz, and you're watching episode 23 of the Smallin and Ballin series on Frühling. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, 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 how are you guys doing today? Oh my goodness, we're back again. Yes, and I do apologize right off the bat. It has been a while. Some things have changed. Some things have changed. Mentally, doing pretty good. Feeling like we're making ourselves a turnaround. Which is good. I think it's good. I don't know what you think about it, but I think it's darn good. Here, even on the farm, we're even making some changes. Done a couple things. You've seen me taking care of some business, as you may or may not be able to see. I have maybe noticed I have a little less money than last time. I know last episode was a little while ago, but yeah, I am sitting a little shy on money. Well, like I said, you guys know. When I say I have a plan, when I say I have an idea, that usually ends up meaning that I am going to spend a ton of cash, and that's exactly what I've gone ahead and done. Right around $200,000 is what I've dropped. I could have taken that money. I could have gone ahead and, I don't know, paid off my debt. I think I'm sitting around $200,000 worth of debt, so... Ugh, that's kind of gross. But I do feel like my idea might not be too bad. The reason for this is because I want to say March right now. I want to say June is when the best diesel prices are, and I am sitting on a boatload of diesel, so things are going to be okay. I'm not too concerned about it at all. One of the things that I've gone ahead and done here is I have purchased this field right here. Hot dog, I love it. I absolutely love it. I want to say this is probably one of the first fields. I'd have to go back and take a look at some of the very early episodes of this series, but I would say this is one of the first fields that I've bought that has not had a crop on it ready to harvest. Yeah, that probably is the case. Gosh, I'd have to go back and I'd have to go back and look. Yeah, I don't think I've bought a field before that wasn't ready to harvest. Even, I think even this field that was up here, maybe this one wasn't quite ready to harvest. I don't remember off the top of my head, but either way, that one had nothing in it. Absolutely nothing in it. I had just done a contract on that field I bought down there. I think it was for sorghum. Yeah, it's for sorghum. Mulched it, picked the stones up, cultivated it, make it my own, and there you go. Yeah, I've taken and already collected the grass off of this field behind us right there. We'll check totals here in just a little bit. I'm just kind of getting all the grass taken care of and just making a good go at it. That way, when I get the roller out, I can just go ahead and roll on my grass fields plus the 2 fields that we're planting right now. And yeah, we got this guy planted. It's up. It's ready to go again. cotton. You betcha, baby, cotton. We're planting cotton in this thing. Oh boy. Hang on to your pants, because I tell you what, it's going to be absolutely spectacular. We got cotton right here, and guess what we're planting down in this other field that we just bought? You betcha, we got cotton. Oh man, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I need some seeds, so we'll just kind of stop right here, hop in. Now, I think we'll probably end up happening some lines will pop up. Yeah, we'll leave the lines on there like that. That way I know where to come back to with the helper here. I think one of the things I'm going to end up doing in the future here is I don't think I'm going to play with course play that often. Reason for it is because I keep, you see this screen right here? I keep accidentally clicking this thing up, and I don't like that at all. It just keeps on bugging me. Like if I'm sitting here talking to you guys, or even just doing some general tasks. Oh shoot, I just accidentally clicked it. So I don't like doing that. I really don't like doing that at all. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. But for now, with what I'm doing here on the farm, it's working. I just don't think in future Let's Plays I'll be using that all that often. Potentially I'll get the GPS and use that on something, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so let's come on here. Let's get our seed really quick. Perfect. Drive on through. Now, you might be telling yourself, that little tiny field over there, that's not $200,000, was it? Did I just get hosed? I mean, what's going on here? What is literally going on here? That makes absolutely no sense. You're right, I did not go ahead and just pay $200,000 for that field. It was a combination of fields that I actually ended up buying. Now, I had a pick of the litter. I could have gone with, running the math, I could have ended up getting 3 fields if I got the cheapest of everything, but that was that. I got this field right here. You betcha. Field number 7. I think it's the biggest field on the map, and it's cotton, baby. You betcha. It is cotton. Oh, yeah. That is why we're going ahead and planting cotton over there, and then we're planting cotton up on our top field there, so we can go ahead and have a nice little cotton harvest. I don't want to go ahead and buy the stuff or even potentially lease the stuff just for one field. I'd rather make a go at it and do a couple fields at once. If I don't do cotton again, it is what it is. I know I've done cotton in the past on these series like this, but you know, it's, like I said, it's just something different. It's just something different with small machinery. And you might be telling yourself, well, how can I go about doing that? I mean, what? That doesn't make any sense at all. Well, I do have one mod, and it was, I think it's the same mod I used in FS19 when I got into this situation. See, now I can go ahead and spend $15,000 on this particular tractor. There we go, that particular tractor right there. And I think I have to go ahead and get a little setup on here. Yep, I have to have it on the HMP. Purchase the tractor like this for $16,000. And then I can go ahead and purchase this, and they attach to each other. So for, what did I say, $15,000, $16,000, for $56,000, I can have myself, oh my gosh, oops. I can have myself a cotton harvester. That is way cheaper than either one of these bad mamma jammas right there. Sure, the capacity's not as good. Sure, this has a 6 meter working width versus 2 meter. But you know what? It allows us to go ahead and harvest under the 105, I think it's 105 horsepower that we have on there. The 105 horsepower, so we're underneath the 120, 125. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for what we needed to do. Now, last time, like I said, last time I did one of these low horsepower challenges or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's see, where were we? Okay, I think I see where we're at. Oops, turning the wrong way. Get this thing kind of lined back up here. And all right, we'll go ahead and turn this back on. Should be temporary. You don't want the nearest. There we go. That should work out. All right, so you guys obviously see that I'm using course play. Comment down below. What do you think of course play here? For those of you who've used it on 19, what do you think of it now here on 22, if you've used both versions of it? Chart's a little weird, a little bit different than we're used to, but it is what it is. 19, I really enjoyed using, 19, I really enjoyed using course play. Here so far in 22, not so much. I'm not a fan of it. Like I said, I've used it only on this map here for this gameplay, and I'm not liking it. I'm not wanting to go ahead and use it anymore. Now, that might change if I go ahead and start playing on a map with a bunch of curves and things like that. Then okay, maybe, but I just don't know. I just don't know. It doesn't have the same appeal. It doesn't have the same drive. Again, comment down below. Have you guys run into that before? If you've used it in the past and now you're using it here? I'm just kind of curious if it's just me or what's going on here. But with all that being said, guys, like you can see here, I've been busy. I've been continuing to rock and roll on this, doing things. I've just been busy. I've just been busy on this, getting stuff done, continuing to move forward. I can't wait to see what's going to end up happening here. Now, I did with the cotton here. I think the cotton should be ready pretty soon. Let's actually take a look at that. The cotton should be ready pretty soon here, but I'm hoping that we'll have a little bit of time. Hopefully I have about 2 months in there. I don't know. It's getting kind of close as to being right in here. Hopefully, like I said, I have 2 months. That would be spectacular. That way I can go ahead and purchase the stuff without having to take out any of a loan until the stuff's done. Either way, if bare minimum, whatever ends up happening, I'm going to purchase the equipment. If for some reason I need to take out money, I'll take out the money and then pay it back instantly. That, hand to my heart, I'll pay it back instantly as soon as this stuff gets done. So we have that going for us. I'm hoping to get a contract on this up here, 10. This is a canola contract or a canola field. So I'm really hoping for that. And 13, I don't know. That's got potatoes on it. I don't know even if a contract comes up, if I'm going to want to do that or not. I just don't know. I just don't know. But one thing I do know is that there still is quite a bit of work to be done here. I still need to get out here, do a little bit of rolling, get some action happening, and get these fields taken care of so that we can go ahead and sell stuff off. Because I'm just looking forward to jumping ahead, getting to that point, and bringing in the Benjamins. Morning, everyone. It is April, and we're loving it. Thought I'd bring you in here. There's not too much to do today. We did have that potato contract pop up. I'm hemming and hawing about that one. The equipment, as I say, material, but the equipment that we would end up having to use, or I should say, the equipment that they have for us available to borrow, won't work. It simply won't work. Now, I'm not saying that's an excuse for not doing it, but I'm thinking if I go ahead and I borrow equipment, because I do have equipment to do potatoes here, that I might not be looking at a very good scenario when everything's all said and done. Let me go ahead and get this. What do I mean by that? Well, the contract's for $6,000. Now I can go ahead and lease stuff, and I possibly can do good on it, but I'm scared, guys. I really am scared. I don't know. I haven't 100% made up my mind yet as for what's going on. So, with that being said, I was out here and I'm doing my weeding, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I bet you those guys are kind of wondering a little bit here. Now, I kind of broke from what my normal tradition has been on this particular map, that when a field is just about ready to go ahead and harvest, especially something that I can make biodiesel out of, I go ahead and I just bite that thing up, gobble it right on up. Well, I tell you what, I kind of didn't do that this time. I took a field that had nothing growing on it, and another field. Field 10 is canola. Field 8 has sunflower seeds. That's 87,000. That's 91,000. I could have done that. I'd let you guys know I could have done this combination right here and got these two. And there you go. And I'd have all the equipment for everything that I was doing. I could continue on doing the same thing we've been doing so far, buying up the land, rocking and rolling, jumping on things, doing things the way we normally have been doing. And I didn't this time. I took that big field over there. I don't think that's the biggest. It's either that one or the one that's down in the corner of the map. Those are the biggest fields here. But I took one of the largest fields that was on the map. This one's a pretty big one too. But ultimately, you know what it came down to, guys? Behind the scenes, when I'm actually going ahead and doing the work, sometimes I'm pressed for time, and I don't necessarily have all of the abundance of time in the world to get things done. I will cut through fields from time to time. And this one right here, that's a big one that I cut through. So I had a very bad feeling that if I were to go ahead and take that field, that I'd probably end up driving through it and damage most of my crops. 100% disclosure, I'm sorry. So, question for you guys, you can comment down below, let me know, what do you guys feel about driving through fields? Do you guys stick directly on the roads, or do you guys kind of, will you wander from time to time? Like me, I try and stay on the roads for the most part, but when I'm in a hurry or something like that's happening, mainly when I'm in a hurry, I'll go ahead and I'll cut across fields and do what I have to do. Not that often, but I do it enough. Especially on this one right here. I feel like I've it's gonna sound silly because I haven't put out as many episodes on this one as I have on other series per week, I should say. I haven't put out as many per week on this one as others, but I just have a lot of stuff happening right now. It's been pretty hectic. I've been fortunate enough to be working a lot of time, but I'm in construction, and usually what that ends up meaning working really hard, or not hard, well, describe it how you want. Working a ton of hours usually ends up meaning very, very soon there's not going to be a lot of work. So it's one of those things, you take advantage of it when you have the opportunity and kind of do things like that. With that being said, I haven't had as much time. Is that why I haven't been jumping on and getting as many episodes out? Nah, to a degree, but not necessarily 100%. But it definitely does factor into some of this stuff. With that being said, I want to try and get stuff out and try and do things for you guys, and that means I make the sacrifice from reality, and I just drive across the crops that I know I can't damage. So I figured baby steps. Baby steps is a good way to go ahead about doing this stuff and moving on. But like I said, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to think about this, because I'm not sure about the potatoes yet. I think the size of the field kind of scares me a little bit. Here, let's stop right here for 1 second. Let's turn this off. Let's come down here. Now, the map is not full of large fields by any means. I'm not even going to pretend about that. Now, I think I have something that can harvest potatoes at 2.7 meters. I'd have to double check that. 2.7 meters. Horsepower wise, it's well within the range to be able to do things, but that's where we run into the issue of on this map, with the equipment that we're using, I could do it. I'm gonna regret this. Except, what did I do? Shoot. I psyched myself out, guys. I should have just stayed over there. I was actually coming over here to just to show you guys this. For this map, with the size of the equipment, this is, no, you don't know. And I did it. Shoot. Well, shoot. All right, looks like I'm gonna have to put off getting paid just a little bit longer. I'll get the potatoes. Gosh darn it all. Now, I guess we'll have to take a look at this. Now, I did see that... I remember looking on the price guide here. There are... What are they? I think it's washed... No, maybe it's premium potatoes. Maybe it's premium potatoes. Where's the pricing? Right there. Okay. So you have your normal potatoes. Those are rocking at about $300, typical potato price. I did see down here though that we have premium potatoes. Yeah, premium potatoes. That's $900. Is it worth doing it? I don't know. I think what we're gonna go ahead and do here though, I think I'd have to put up a building to be able to process the potatoes and make them premium potatoes. I'm thinking what I'm going to end up doing here is... Oh, shoot. See, that's the thing. I keep clicking that button there. I think what I'm doing is seeing how many potatoes I got, seeing how much the production facility is going to cost to be able to process the potatoes and get premium potatoes, see if it all financially makes sense. I will just lease equipment to go ahead and do it. Now I'll make sure I show you the stuff that we're going to get here for all this. I want to get this taken care of first before I go ahead and jump into that nightmare. Before we go ahead and move on. After that, then I think we'll look at doing something with all this. Ugh. It's just sickening. Oops, knocking stuff over. Well, all right. I guess I'm just going to keep on weeding. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Well, unfortunately, guys, directly after I stopped recording this last time, I'd say, what was that, 2 hours ago in game? Maybe 3 hours ago in game? Started raining. That was pretty unfortunate, so I really couldn't do much of anything for harvesting, but it says that it's done raining right now, but it's still raining, so you can still see that. This is what we're going to use to harvest the potatoes. I'm pretty stoked about it. We use just the standard in-game home topper, just that standard grime one, 10 grand to go ahead and purchase. We just leased the darn thing. I think it was like $300. But this right here, this little bad mamma jamma, is what we are going to be using to harvest our potatoes. I think this says it holds 5,000 liters in here. I'm not sure how that's going to end up working. We're going to have to wait and see. I may have to figure something else out. We're going to at least try this, see what happens. If this doesn't work, there's another option I can go with, but I'd rather go about using this. This is from the MTZ pack by Bear Farms. It is for PC only, and it is a whopping 553.71 megabytes to download. It has a ton of stuff in it, though, so it's not like it's just... Hey there, look at this. It has its own little spot up here. You have a home topper, you have the potato, you have a super cheap way to do cotton, and just a ton of different options for tractors. Front loader attachments, a couple nice little small tractors here tracked. You just have tons and tons of options all the way through here. Custom forks and everything for this darn thing. It is just an absolutely huge pack to be able to do all sorts of things that you want to do. A nice little sprayer. This is kind of a nice little thing here. 16.2 meters, not too shabby. A trailer in here for holding cotton and any of your other little bits and pieces. And then a couple cheap little harvesters. So this is what, these are little home toppers. The foliage needs, no, these are harvesters right here. These are harvesters right here. So you have these options here. It's pretty darn slick. It's a nice pack. I've used this thing before, and it is absolutely super slick. So let's see if we can get ourselves out here first. Okay, we're turned on. Let's see. I don't think I have to have the pipe out just yet, so we're going to go ahead. Do I have to? Nope, don't have to lower anything, so let's just go. Let's see what ends up happening. Okay, nothing's happening. So far, so good. So far, so good. Let's see if we can... Oh, we do have to lower it. It does actually physically say that. Okay. Let's hide that back up here, and let's see what ends up happening. Oh yeah, look at that. I think it's 2.7 meters that it actually goes ahead and harvests. So that's not too bad. As you can see, I'm missing some stuff here, but pretty darn cool. If you guys are looking for a little bit cheaper harvester, little potato harvester, and even the cotton harvester, we'll go ahead and that'll be what we end up getting when it comes time to do the cotton. I mean, this is a great pack. It fills a bunch of needs, and it's just so cool. It's a little bit different of an option. Now this here, I decided I'd spring the couple extra bucks to get 105 horsepower engine. The standard one comes with 80, so I mean, it is what it is, but yeah, I think this will end up working out pretty darn slick. Now, another thing I was looking at here is, you know how I was talking about doing the premium potatoes, or not premium potatoes, washed potatoes, whatever the heck it was. Oh, does this not harvest like that? Oh, that is cool. It's unfortunate, but I think that's cool. I don't think that harvests when you're not going on the row. Let's try this out again. I've never actually used this thing before. I've always wanted to give it a shot, but there's the whole doing potatoes thing that really kind of gets in the way. What's going on? Oh, I guess I must have forgot to lower it. Okay. For a second there, I thought I needed to go in the rows, but no, for some reason, I guess, picked the... Yeah, I must have picked the harvester up. Well, it is what it is. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Like I was going to say here, I was taking a look at the production facility to make the... We'll call them premium potatoes, because I don't remember what they're called. The premium potatoes, and it's going to cost me $10,000. Yikes, that's a bit much. Way more than I thought. Now that also makes pig food. If we decide to do sugar beets, it'll do sugar beets, make that into sugar for me too. Okay, so it's not a very big tank, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. We'll pipe out right there. We'll come over to our tractor, get out here. Now, like I was saying, it's gonna take 10 grand to go ahead and purchase that. I don't have 10 grand right now. I'm a little shy. So I don't know if I necessarily want to go about doing it. I'd have to have enough excess potatoes for it to make sense. I'd need to have at least 10,000 liters. I think 11,000 liters to cover the cost of the potatoes, or I should say of the building. So I don't know if I'm going to have that much excess. It's been a long time since I've done potatoes. I know they're super high yielding and everything like that, but I don't remember how much of a yield you actually get as your bonus harvest. So let's see. Yeah, that is. Okay, that is down. Okay, perfect. Just making sure, So yeah, I'll have to have that to go ahead and lease this. I think it was $1,700, so it's not that bad price-wise. All in all, I think, I don't know, I think we're gonna have to wait and see what our total harvest looks like after everything is all said and done, and that'll kind of be the determining factor of how do we go about doing this. Do we do premium potatoes? Do we not do premium potatoes? I don't know. All I know is that this is going to be a little bit of work going on here. And we're just going to have to make do. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Pretty darn cool. Okay, just for a second here. I seen the name of this tractor when I got in, but I don't remember. If you guys can go ahead and pronounce that, I know I can't. I know I can't at all. If you guys can go ahead and pronounce that, could you do me a favor and comment down below and do like a halfway translation? How, if you were to put that in English, how would that sound? I'd really appreciate it. But I guess we got to just keep on rocking and rolling with here. Let's just get this done for now. Yeah, this is actually kind of neat. It's kind of neat. It's these little things like this, these little mods. Now, obviously, I told you, it's over 500 megabytes to download. Something like this probably isn't going to go to console right away. It'd probably end up coming out in smaller packages and things like that. I mean, a good chunk of the maps, I'm trying to remember, there really hasn't been very many maps that have been over that amount. megabyte wise, so the majority of even maps are way under that. But it is a neat pack. It has a lot of really cool features in it, a lot of cool bits and pieces of equipment that you get to use. It's just all in all pretty darn slick. I'd like to see more of this sort of stuff if we possibly could from modders and things like that. But oh man, I'm already at 10,000 liters. Huh. I'm gonna end up with a ton of potatoes. All right, everyone, bringing you in here right at the very end to capture what was an excruciating... That wasn't that bad. It wasn't fun. It wasn't bad, though. Oh, man, I tell you what, there was a real gut-wrenching feeling when I had the little thing pop up in the corner of the screen saying 50% complete. I was way back over there. Oh, man. Oh, geez, it was a rough one. But, you know, we got this thing done. As you guys may or may not have seen, this thing fills up pretty quick. We had to empty it quite a bit, but you know what? I actually didn't mind using this piece of equipment. It actually felt like we were doing a pretty darn good job with it. Like I said, you had to go ahead and empty it quite a bit, but it really wasn't all that bad. I definitely could understand using this maybe in the future, and potentially, now bear with me here, potentially getting ourselves to a point where, okay, maybe we don't necessarily plant potatoes ourselves, but maybe sugar beets. I don't know, we'll see. I think there's a sugar beet field up there somewhere. I don't remember. Now, the one thing is I did have to take this trailer. I had to make it a little bit bigger so I could have 3 full loads of this harvester here throw it in the back of this trailer here like this. But then the weight got to be a little bit much. So I had to throw the weight on the front, put my weighted tires on, and yeah, just it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's hop in here, get ourselves rocking and rolling up. Before we go, let's go ahead and take a look, make sure that, okay, it does look like we got everything. That's one thing I wanted to double check. I did miss a couple spots. I thought I went back and grabbed them, and apparently I did, so that's good news. I'll return that in just a little bit. I did go over on the hour. I mean, it took a long time to do, so yeah. One thing I did not do, though, is I have not taken a look at any of the potatoes, or my totals, I should say, of what I actually had. Now, you guys didn't see absolutely every last delivery that I had here, and you didn't see every last time I offloaded this, because that's all you'd ever see. But I just going off of what I thought. But before that, comment down below, how many potatoes? Pause it. Let me know, how many potatoes did you think I got on there? I am gonna go out and say that I think I'm possibly at, oh man, trying to remember. I'm trying to cheat and remember. I think I had we'll say 120,000 liters. That's my guess. I'm probably off, but that was the last of the potatoes right there coming in. Let's see, what are my levels at? 105. I was way closer than I thought it was going to be. 105,000 liters. That's not too shabby at all. Now, I could go ahead and upgrade this trailer, or I should say revamp it so that I can go ahead and carry more, but I can't. I reached the weight limit, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill this up. Not with wheat. We don't want to do that. Where are you? Potatoes. Perfect. And speaking of that, over here, where are we at with the fermenting? We'll deactivate that. 125,000 liters. That's not too bad. Almost 126. That's pretty darn good. There we go. 15,488 liters is the total amount that you can actually fit in this trailer, weight-wise, for potatoes. I think I had this set up so it could do 15,900. I want to say what it's configured for. So I mean, it gets it very, very close to the max amount. Not too bad. Maybe it's 16,600, but 1560, 600, somewhere in there. Either way, it holds a pretty darn good amount. Now this ends up having to go to the farmer's market. Now, before I get too far with that, I just want to make sure that I'm actually going to the correct place. Farmer's market. I don't want to screw that up and do that again. Now, farmer's market, I believe, is that. No, that's the market stall. See, I almost screwed that up. That's the market. That's market stall. Gosh, I can't even get the words out of my mouth. Farmer's market. Okay, farmer's market's right up there. So yeah, I actually did. It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. I was a little worried because, you know, it just has taken a long time to go about doing. But you know what? It's gonna sound silly. Maybe you guys who've been playing a lot of farm sim really got your head out of this. I'm just gunning it. I don't care. We'll see what happens. For me, there was that whole time of not doing as much farm sim and all that jazz. And I tell you what, it was a whole lot of fun. See, that's what I'm looking at right there. Sugar beets, maybe. It was fun to just get into one of these long projects that I had. I'm going this way. I don't care. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to get out here to start this. I kind of started to get a little wishy-washy there for a little bit, but I decided, you know what, it's not going to be the end of the world. Now, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to do something I don't normally go ahead and do. Now, there's about 1,500 liters in this thing. We're going to go ahead and dump this, and we're going to see what percentage this actually goes ahead and completes for me. So that's 15%. Okay, so 15 liters, 15%. That gets me right around 6.5 loads, I think it comes out to be around. So, I mean, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. So, let's see. It should get us pretty darn close there. Liters-wise, I honestly don't think we're going to have much bonus harvest, to be honest with you. Now I'm thinking about that. You got to figure, if I'm going to bring 6 loads, 15... it pretty much, if you look at it, it's about 16,000 liters. Yeah, I bet you I'm only gonna have maybe 9,000 liters left over. I mean, that's not the 11 that I was shooting for. It's not terrible, but with the contract, let me look at it this way. With the contract and with the bonus harvest that we're going to end up getting off of this, I think that would actually pay for everything. If I get that building, if I go ahead and let's get this in here, get some more potatoes. If I go ahead and get the building, I cover the cost of the lease, so you have that going for you there. I think we'd actually come ahead on all of this. I think we really would come ahead on all this. Now why'd I do this way? I should just gone straight. Yeah, I mean, I think we should be pretty good. Let's take a look at this really quick here. So when it's April right now, let's see, where are those washed potatoes, premium potatoes? April. Okay, so July. July is when the best price would be, which would be $1,000 per. Essentially, it's a 1-for-1. You get a buck a potato. Pretty darn good, considering essentially you get 30 to 33 cents, 30 to 35 cents per potato normally. How much waste is in there? I don't know. I really don't know how much. What's the byproducts of that? I can assume we're probably going to get a little pig food out of that. We got pig food over on our other diesel production, so I think all in all we'll probably end up getting ahead on all this. Plus, we'll be able to go ahead and potentially get that sugar beet contract up there and harvest the sugar beets. I think all in all, it's going to actually end up working out pretty darn slick. So I tell you what I'm going to do, guys. We got, like I said, we got about 5 more loads, 6-ish more loads left. I'm going to go ahead. I'll take care of that, and we'll just bear with me. We'll come in at the end, and we'll see how much we actually get off of all this. So just stand by for a little bit, and I'll do the legwork, okay? I think that sounds like a fair trade-off. You guys hang tight. I'll do the legwork. So I have been keeping my eyes peeled. A little potato humor there, sorry. And I'm actually kind of nervous. Now, I have a little bit left in my silo right now. And I think I'm going to need every last little potato brought here. 92%. Where are we? Boy. I have a feeling I'm going to be right at the very end. I don't think I'm going to get any left over. I really don't think I'm going to get any left over right here. I have no clue what's going on here. See, I don't know, because let's take a look at this really quick here. Let's look at the map. I think I might have an idea, but still, this doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't need to be limed. It was fertilized. Maybe I destroyed a couple spots, but I don't even see how that's possible. Let's see. This says that everything's harvested on this field. Is there anything left in the harvester? No, there's nothing left in the harvester. That's weird. Yeah, I went on here to go ahead and click on this. I went to set up a route. I never used this thing because I'm going this way and it wanted to go this way. It would just been silly, so. Oh man, that's bizarre. That is very, very bizarre. Let's go ahead and take care of this, but this is, oof, this might put a damper on my plans. I mean, I really wanted to do that too. I really wanted to do that bad. I don't know what's going on with that. Huh. Just... If my math is somewhat correct, I should only need about 10,000 liters. So I'm going to try and get about 10,000 liters into the back of this thing, and that's it. That would leave me only 2,000 right here, which doesn't quite seem right. I mean, I'm sure you guys have... let's see if we can get this ourselves here. Come on. Let's see if we can dump this back in. Just 70 liters. Nope, not enough. Close enough for me. We'll see what ends up happening there. I don't know if you guys remember seeing, or you guys have either done it yourself or watched other people go ahead and do Let's Plays or things like that, and they've done potatoes in the past, or they've done, yeah, we'll use potatoes in the past. They've gone ahead and maybe, okay, bigger fields, much bigger fields, where they're bringing in 1 million liters of potatoes. They're getting about 100,000 to 80,000 liters left over. I did 100,000 liters, and I might get 2. I mean, maybe that seems right, but I don't know. It seems a little off. I'm not sure. I really thought I was going to get way more than that. I mean, on some of the like barley contract, barley doesn't yield anywhere as near potatoes. I've gotten more off of small barley fields that I've done on a contract than this. This seems silly. I'm not sure what's going on here. Well, let's see how this ends up going. All right, moment of truth. This should get us there. Shit, I'm gonna keep my finger on the trigger just in case we get. Oh, there we go. Boy, what was going on then? About 3,000 liters that fell in there, give or take. Huh. Well, I guess it is what it is. I mean, that means we're gonna end up with right around 6,000 liters, and that's not too bad. I'd say that's gonna get us, after everything's all said and done, if we get that, 6 grand. We're gonna get 6 grand for this, between the potato sales and between the contract, which we'll go ahead and we'll accept right now. That puts us at about $12,000. That completely would cover our cost. That would completely cover our cost. Huh. Well, there we go. Son of a gun, guys. We actually did it. It actually panned out. I don't know what happened with my math. I don't know why I was paranoid. Math was not working out really well for me. I don't know. But you know what? It happened. And now we have another little avenue to make a couple extra bucks to keep on rocking and rolling with this. And if you guys are liking what you're hearing, liking what you're seeing, go ahead and smash that like button. We'll go ahead and take care of this potato production area later on. And if you guys are wanting to help the channel out, go ahead and hit that subscription. It really does mean a whole heck of a lot. Share this with somebody who likes potatoes or maybe likes to panic like I just did a little bit there. Oh man, that was a close one. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened. I don't know what went wrong. I just don't know. All I know is that I'm going to keep on rocking. I'm going to keep on rolling. And I'm going to catch you guys a little bit later. But until that time happens, thanks for stopping by.